back on for a quick second because I forgot to speak on what I was going to speak on in the last video. Once his messages came through on Facebook, it encouraged me or whatever and got me to think he got me stirred. And I was reminded of how I probably mentioned it before, but yeah, it was a time when my daughter's father, I think he was down to like, I think he was up to like $3,000 owing in child support, and I said, just give me half of that, which is 1,500, and I will cancel the whole thing. I won't even, I'll take it off, because that's just me. I'm always gonna try to, at my level, I'm the one laid down, had the kids, whatever, with you, so I'm trying to sort it out with you. So he at first initially agreed. I went over there, I drove over there, whatever, and I said, okay, so what's up? Are you gonna give me the money? He was like, I don't trust it. Okay, so that was that. So he decided not to. So he stayed on child support. So I was like, okay, well, I tried it, and this is at $50 a month for probably at the time. I don't know how long that had accumulated, but he's only at I don't know. He might be at $4,000 now. My daughter is 13, and he's been paying more now, and well, as of late, and yeah, what's been going on or whatever. But yeah, so um, well, paying more consistently. Should I say? He ain't been paying more at all. But so that was one time when I said that. And gave him a chance. Then, of course, I took my daughter to meet up with him last year at the mall and stuff. There was a time when I was showing grace and gratitude. Then there was a time when he came in. He did. He came and got our daughter and was picking her up from jump rope practice. Helping that was helpful to me and her, beneficial. When there wasn't no third party nobody causing no mess and no meddle from between us. And so to even go back to being messy, I don't care for that. And just disrespecting, what I'm saying? Disrespecting and disregarding me because of your feelings, whether it be towards your mom, your brother, or whoever. I don't know. Maybe that's something I'll never understand, but it's between him and God. But when you start to involve me, I start to look at you sideways and worse. But yeah, so that was one time, and then there was another time when, of course, when I asked him, can you give me $25 to get the grass cut? This was early in the game when I first had my second child, and it was a no because he seen me involved with somebody else, and it's somebody else who somebody he went to school with, he knew before me and all that, but I didn't. Okay, that's between whatever it is between y'all. That's between y'all. Don't try to drag me in there or use me for anything. So that's the thing. God knows. God knows these conversations that we have behind closed doors where people talk about who you connected to and who you with, and that's when I did. I just was like, okay, well, it's right for me. You're not gonna be doing. You're not gonna sit around me and go back and telling people my business. You can absolutely go to God on my behalf and speak to God, on, about me. But you sitting around the wrong people talking about me and all this. And so, yeah, even yesterday when dude walked across the street after, something started over here, I'm guessing he's going after the landlord number. But I mean, that's just another thing. Look it up yourself. But you're involving somebody else, and I'm almost positive you spoke bad about me. You spoke bad to me in my face, so I know you spoke bad about me in front of them and to them, and that's how stuff gets started, and that's how other people, you know what I'm saying? And I already don't like or deal with them people anyway, but it's like that's how you start trying to rally against people and start trying to incite stuff. And that's supposed, like I said, I'm supposed to be an older person. He's very, he's already nasty. You showing me that you are nasty. I don't give a damn type of person. And so, yeah, that was another time for the grad. He could have helped me with the grass. He could have, it was so many times. And this is a person that when he was locked up, I pretty much held him down as much as I could, wrote letters, sent pictures of our child, and this and the third. And I guess, I don't know, that might not have been enough for him. That was definitely being good to him, or decent, or better. And so I'm sure once that's gone, you gonna miss it. I mean, of course, I'm not trying to plan on holding you down and doing no jail bids with you anyway, jail and prison bids at all. You don't want to stay out of trouble. I don't want to be around that. That's why when I seen drugs on his private parts, I was like, no, I don't want that in my life. Sent him right on back over there with his mama, Not saying that to be funny or anything, but that's what I told him. And now to this day, that's who he's still trying to cling to, and she try to cling him. And her motto was, "We all we got." Like she's Nino Brown on New Jack City, which is a movie. I mean, she literally told me, "We all we got." But how? When I sat right there and I visited him, I'm not. You might not deem me as for you, but for him, you need to acknowledge that he had somebody else in his corner that was, she at least you could say she will help you, but she didn't. Didn't acknowledge that. Didn't want to face the truth of the matter. So sometimes when you don't want to face the truth of the matter regarding your kids, whether grown or younger, you're going to be held accountable, and you're going to pretty much put more of a burden on on yourself than you have to, and you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But she didn't want to do that. And then, of course, for my boys' father, they. I mean, it was literally told to me that he was changing. I don't even put it that, but they said I was changing him. No, that was the power of God working through me to change him, and hopefully, for better. But they said I was changing him. I never got the details or the understanding on how so, and that was that. I thought we was going to a higher place and we was good to go. We was keeping out third party interference, and I think a lot of people people get scared because, oh, if I don't hear from you, I think something's wrong. And then if they do hear from you and you tell them what's going on, they don't want to support you. They don't want to freely give and help out or whatever, and they expect you to jump through hoops or bow to them and all types of other stuff. So, I mean, I just seen it and I didn't like it. I don't like being treated like that. You could try to handle me like that, but as soon as I notice it's being done, and I think I noticed it quick, I'm out of there. Love you, but I'm out. I probably have to struggle whatever without your so-called help, but it wasn't really genuine help and from the heart anyway, or just um let's just call it like I need to. It wasn't from God. It was because you want to be selfish and controlling and manipulative. So that's what that is. But yeah, well, so many different opportunities. So that's why I'm at the point. If I haven't said it before, or I might have said it already, I'm saying it again. There's so many opportunities that I look back on, and he wasn't either allowed to help me like I wanted help and needed help, or um, and was definitely not encouraged to. I mean, I literally said, "Can you encourage your son to do this, pay child support again at $50 a month? You're a drug dealer. You're out here tipping people. You're out here going to certain so-called high-class restaurants, spending $100 on steak and shrimp, but you don't want to pay $50 a month." And this lady actually told me that, well, this wasn't his dad doing that, but she said the other guy, her other son's dad, was like, she said he was something like a millionaire, and he didn't want to give her nothing. So why would you not tell your son that, and why would you not encourage him? Why would you want the younger generation to go through the same thing you went through, unless you're bitter and nasty and worse, evil? So I left it at that. But I told her, I said, please, she literally said, if you need anything, let me know. I said, can you encourage your son to pay child support? She quickly said, now, I'm not mad at her, but she quickly gave me, I guess, her disclaimer. If you need anything else, let me know. No, I'm not asking you for nothing directly. I asked you for what I wanted. You offered. That's what it was. And that's similar to my boy's um, dad's late mom. She said, if you need it, this is when I was getting ready to just pack up and go stay with my dad and stuff like that. If you need anything, they be wanting me just to stay here to pray and try to clean up messes. I mean, I can pray anywhere for whatever sake, but they want me here definitely. And so they can try to pull for me, see what I'm gonna do, whatever. I am a leader type of person. I have this leader type of personality, but I'm not gonna, baby. I'll lead by example, but I know how to do it quietly and mind my business. God has given me ways to do it quietly and mind my business. And again, unless you respect me and you're going to be graceful, kind, genuine, then you're not gonna get the fullness of who I am. And I'm thankful for it. I'm not gonna never sit here and say, "Oh, you'll never know fully who I am." If God reveals it to you, yes, you can. It's possible, but because I'm not here to try to hide it. some stuff I do just like my business and like to be to myself. A lot of stuff. I ain't gonna front or to my household and stuff like that. But yeah, so but his mom was like, yeah, when I was getting ready to pack up and go, take my son, I was gonna let my daughter I was gonna let my daughter stay here with who she's with now, who basically stole her from me. But again, it was gonna be done with me asking them and them either accepting or declining the offer. But no, you stole my child. So sorry to hear that for, you know what I'm saying, when you charged with and God look on your record and see that, oh, you aided to somebody, you know, keep kidnapping somebody's child and you kept them and you told it. So hey, I leave that in his hands. But yeah, his mom was just like, yeah, if you need anything, I'm glad you didn't go. I felt like it was coming from him because I never sat down and told his mama that I was going anywhere. So I know he communicated with his mom, told her I was ready to leave and stuff. And I wasn't gonna just, you know, up and leave my place. I was gonna have somebody maintaining my place and stuff like that. But I was just going. I was trying to make it short term, but I needed help, and nobody here was helping me. Just like now, nobody still wants to help. They wanna try to put stuff on me because they feel like I got it easy, but don't know what. Just because I be behind closed doors, they don't know what I go through, what I endure. So people will try to pile a big load on you and more. And so, no, I'm the type, I know how to, what's that word, that D word? uh, anyway, I know how to divvy it up. I know how to you know, for us to work together or whatever. So, but they didn't see it as that, and the blinders was on their eyes because, for one, you just being too nosy and meddlesome. You need to mind your business. You're not respectful. You're bitter. You're still walking around with certain stuff. You didn't want to see the younger generation doing better than you. A lot of them didn't, don't. Some of them say they do, but then as soon as you're doing it, they don't. Um, you don't want to see a younger person reach a certain goal before you. Things like that. I don't want to see a disrespectful, nasty, foul young person reach. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing in life. I just don't reduce nobody to nothing but certain stuff. Be successful, but if you are carrying yourself in a respectful way, you're not affecting me. Your stuff is not pouring over here, causing me any turmoil or anything. Go ahead, do you. But anyway, yeah, his mama said that, and I'm not even gonna say that it even sounded genuine. She almost sounded like she was trying to pacify, coddle, whether it was him or whatever. But I figured he had the conversation with her because he knew. And when she got and talked to me, I said, well, I'm supposed to be taking him. And they said, well, I'm glad you didn't. And I said, well, I didn't go or whatever. Well, I'm glad you didn't. And if you need anything, just reach out. I said, oh, okay. So then come 2, 3 years later, when the one thing or, what I did request and speak on, it was, oh, no, I never said that. I said, what? Wait a minute. I requested something, and I was informing her that her son, his mouth was just nasty to me, and she just was like, oh, well, I don't say that word or whatever. So she was just basically saying, well, put it off on his dad. Okay, that's understandable. You answered and resolved that in a roundabout type of way. But when I asked for other stuff, and she was like, and that's when she was texting me and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I guess it's coming up on the 13th because again, her birthday, and then I'm on the 13th mark of this video. But yeah, her birthday was on the 13th of the month or whatever. Um, which yeah, it is what it is. But not of this month, but another month. But yeah, her response to me was not, she didn't have much patience. She, was just, she started off like, I'm gonna answer the question or whatever, and this, that, and the third. But then after that, it did not take no time for her to say, don't contact her. I'm gonna say don't contact me when I first initially started off. Not even if I don't know you and I don't want to get to know you, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an indication that no, I'm not really feeling it. That's one time. I might say it again, but like, I don't even want what you have to offer or anything. I don't need to say it 3 times. I don't need to say it no more. That's why with this girl with this situation and stuff, when you ask me about my son, like over and over, and I always said no. I said that way too many times. Like, getting here because of that, but to God be all the glory, God knows. But yeah, I said that too many times for her. But yeah, to his mom or whatever, She wasn't patient with me, and part of me understands. Okay, you had already had to deal with his first baby mama, then you already had to deal with whatever girls and girlfriends and stuff that he probably done had, and they be in love. People be in love, and they be bringing people home to their parents, and the parent can already pretty much see that's not it. So by the time you got to me, then you dealt with the one where he had a baby on me during the involvement, but they was all up in her face. Somebody told me, well, his daughter's mom told me that it was because they was color struck, because the little girl is mixed, or biracial, whatever's the correct term. Um, and she had ended up getting his last name. My boys don't have his last name or whatever, and so yeah, that was that. So you know, I can imagine you tired or whatever, but that's also because you took on more and you were so meddlesome and felt like you had to be and everything. It's one thing to watch over your son and again correct his behavior, but do not try to use and utilize your son to control a female. Don't ever do that. Um, you don't even need to be trying to control him, but you know what I'm saying. You always pray for him. You should pray, words of prayer and stuff like that. And you should be graceful and respectful to the person that he's brought around you, even if you might not like them, even if, you know, and then you communicate to him. I don't want this person around me at all. But this lady just showed up at my house and stuff like that, so she didn't give me no indication that, you know, she didn't sit and be buddy buddy and all this with me or whatever, but she didn't give me no indication that she didn't want me contacting her or reaching out. She told me that I could, and that's what I believed. I'm like, okay. I be wanting to take people at their word because that's what I try to be. I'm still learning and growing to make sure that I don't sign up for stuff that I don't want to. I'm gonna later renege on, but yeah, nope. Um, so yeah, she just didn't want me contacting her or whatever about what I contacted her about. She called it harassment. She called it, I might post that little clip, or what, not clip, but like the little thumbnail thing where she called it cyber stalking and all of that. But really, she was doing that to me. I have the, you know, on my social media, I posted it on another video, the receipts where I made a comment on my page and then you hawk watching and you ready to comment. And then I had myself ignoring or whatever because you already been in my house and been around me. I can speak to you either on the phone or I can speak to you in person. Don't do that. So I knew, well, like I said, I know when to get involved and when to just keep my mouth closed and just steer clear. And at the time when I was messaging her, I sent all the messages to my mom and my dad, and I sent it to him. So everybody knew what was being said to her. And it was not, you know, I don't call it disrespectful. Some people, they have. My parents didn't never say nothing to me or correct me and say, oh, you being disrespectful or you going, you know, and that was that. So I don't know. God didn't even stop and intervene, and you know, all it was said was, you know, do not contact me. And no sooner than if I said one more word to her, have a good day or something like that, it was charges was pressed on me. So it's like, not only did you tell me not to contact you, you went on and pressed charges, and that's what be going on a lot in the black community. So ready to just cut throat and basically punish somebody, and you end up punishing and annihilating yourself or removing yourself or reducing yourself, you know. And it might take a long time because in my case, well, it didn't take a long time seemingly because I wasn't on it like that, but for that had to, you know, from the time that happened to the time that she passed on, it was a year span. But I didn't have to deal with her no more, see her no more, nothing except for on the court date, and they, you know, but you know, it's residue because it's on my record and stuff like that. And that was another thing, people spewing at me, get a job, but y'all don't mind trying to press charges and getting stuff on my record when it's no real crime being committed. It's no, you know, it's nothing really. I'm not gonna say it ain't that deep, I'm sure it is deep, but it's not no crime to speak up, voice how you feel, voice what's really going on, state the facts, ask questions. It is not a crime, but that's what people make it seem like. So yeah, I don't know. I probably got more to put on here, but I'll do it later because I got stuff I need to do.